What's up? What's happening? It's your boy Big Heavy with the Vibe with Big Heavy Podcast, home of the Gorillas. Today gonna be my first reaction. I'm gonna react to why do Priscilla got all these dudes in the manosphere shook. We gonna see what's going on. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Priscilla the Queenmaker, social reformer, and the author of the game 41 Shades of Men, The Pursuit to Subdue and Use You, and the 5 Components of Love. I got a lot of people in an uproar all over social media because of what I do. And what is it that I do? I empower women in a way that has never been done before, very unique way, and I do it for a unique purpose. When you look out into the world, you see a lot of chaos, confusion, and commotion, a lot of violence, and people do not know what to do, where to go, who to speak to, and there's a lot of suffering on the planet. Planet Earth is in a devastating position right now. We have the ice caps melting, global warming, and overconsumption of nature's resources. And all of this is a result of human behavior. And since that's the case, I understand that women are the backbone of the community. They are the first teacher of the child, and they are critical to planet Earth's survival. And because of that, we have to empower the woman. And when I say empower, I mean freedom. The woman has to be free in order to add value to the planet. So there are 6 ways that I free women, or 6 areas that I free women. And I call this the 6 pillars of empowerment for queens. And the first one is mental freedom. Second, emotional freedom. Third, spiritual freedom. Financial freedom, physical freedom, and sexual freedom. Sexual freedom, absolutely. Because sexual energy is the most powerful energy on the planet. It is the creative energy, and that energy belongs to the feminine, and it belongs to the planet. So when you harness this creative power, you can add value to life, you can add value to the earth. And that's what we have to do. We have to harness our creative abilities, and we can harness this through music, we can harness this through comedy, poetry, and we can do it in combination with math, science, and philosophy to create a whole human being that becomes of value to self, others, and the entire planet. And so if you want to know more about what I do, Priscilla the Queenmaker, go to my website, PriscillaTheQueenmaker.com, and you can sign up for my workshop, Love, Men, and Manipulation Decoded. And you can get my books, 41 Shades of Men and the 5 Components of Love. And also make sure you tune in to my podcast on YouTube, the High Power Podcast at the Queenmaker.
Okay, I can see why they fear this lady. This lady is well educated, and from what I've seen in the manosphere, a lot of these dudes ain't really smart enough to deal with this lady. Okay, we're gonna dive in and see why they mad at her. Now we finna check out the manosphere. I'm finna try to figure out why the manosphere is so upset and why they can't deal with Priscilla. Let's go.
Just using my own logic. See, right now, like I just tried to get Betty to understand, I'm not challenging the red pill talking point. I'm challenging the man.
The consistency. Yeah, that's what I do.
That's all I'm doing. I know that the red pill is don't be friends with women, but that's what I'm saying. We know that shit ain't gonna happen, right? Like I've had plenty of female friends. Now, if I'm being honest, I slept with 80% of them first. You gotta have that sex with them at least one time.
Oh,
just to get it out.
Who the holy hell said that not being friends with women was red pill?
Well, I did. Who always saying that?
I think.
See, this is where I start commenting to Angry Man and asking questions. I asked the question because earlier in this segment, Fatty had said that men shouldn't deal with women at all, and that's what red pill stands for. So I asked Angry Man the question, and as the video go on, as Angry Man get to the point, just watch Angry Man and watch how he reading these comments I'm sending.
is one of the old concepts about most relationships with women are not reciprocal, so don't engage on them.
Right.
But the thing is, podcast was the one that said, and podcast, I'm becoming like you, right? Listening very well. You started arguing with, there's a dumbass red pill talking point. It wasn't about Ali being precise and actually being coherent with his thoughts. It was you literally shitting on woman in protection. There's a...
See, Angry Man asked this man a direct question, and he ran from the question and tried to point the finger at Lil Podcast because he has no answers. Let's go.
Did that. I ain't say nothing like that.
Fatty, listen, I'm saying
You
this
said
with
it.
all, okay, I'm not disagreeing with you. You're right.
You said that.
You're right. I'm saying this with all
You
sincerity.
said it.
Bro, there are levels to
Own that shit.
conversations that I don't think you may have gotten. And I swear to God on my mother, I don't mean this disrespectfully.
Oh, no, I'm better than you. It's fine. You
Maybe
can
there
give
are
your opinion.
levels to conversation that you have not gotten with your Portugal education, bro. It's not. You don't realize how to compartmentalize certain parts of the conversation. So when I say that's a stupid ass red pill talking
They
point,
started like that.
that's right here. That's a stupid ass red pill talking
You
point.
said that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. That's a stupid ass red pill talking point, right? Then when I'm challenging Ali over here, I'm challenging Ali off what came out of
Absolutely.
his mouth. Out of
Yes.
his mouth.
Yes.
What did I say?
They don't have
What did I
anything-
say?
they don't have anything to do with red
That's
pill.
what you
But
said.
you still believe that there's a shady red pill talking point, and I proved that you were wrong.
Okay, okay. Let me say this because this is
No,
really.
you didn't, because
Let me-
I've
let me-
never
let me-
agreed
let
to
me
the
say
fact that it
this.
don't make
Let me-
sense
let me
to
say
have
this.
women as friends. I never agreed.
Lil podcast comes from
Let me-
take a L and go home.
let me-
The Lil,
let me-
the
let me
L
say
on
this.
Lil.
Let me
take a L and
say
go
this because this is really annoying to me. That is not an original red pill talking point.
So who came up with that?
I don't know who came up with that.
Do you
But
think
that's-
it's intelligence?
That's not
You
an
think this-
original. No, what it is things get misconstrued.
Now, Fatty thought that Angry Man wasn't going to go back to the point, but I'm still in the comments, right? Because I want to know if the red pill saying don't deal with women at all, who we supposed to deal with? He deflecting, he trying to point at podcast, and he mentioned that's not a talking point, multiple times, so Angry Man can catch on and don't give him the business. But we all know how Angry Man rock.
Now, if you're saying that it's hard for a man to be a if you're saying that it's hard for a man and a woman to just be friends, yeah, you might have a point with that.
No. Let me correct that. The point is, engage on reciprocal relationship, being romantic, friendship, and all that. When a man engages on a relationship with a woman, he's not going to be able to ask for money. He's not going to be able to vent. He's not going to be able to say, hey, can you help me move? He's not going to be able to say, hey, my car got stranded because I had a flat tire. Can you please come here and help me? Like, so never for the most part, don't think.
He's trying to explain why men don't need women, but his earlier point was we are not supposed to deal with them at all. Now he's talking about fix a tire, give money. What man really want a woman to come help him fix a tire? Not go get a tire, bring the tools to change the tire. Want her to help. Weak men.
Engage on friendship relationship with women because you're not going to get reciprocity.
Okay, but
That's
listen.
the point.
See, here's the thing.
Hmm.
There are, when you look at the whole concept of red pill, manosphere, all of that, there are factions. And some are more extreme than others. So there are some guys that say you shouldn't be friends with women, but that's not an original red pill concept. You see what I'm saying? That's not an original red pill concept.
But do you agree with that?
With the conversations.
Because if red pill is reality, isn't that reality actually?
No, because that's not
because people
totally
can
real.
just
That's not total reality, because it is possible. Look, I've said this before. I said men and women can't be platonic friends. But I added a caveat to it. The only caveat to it is it's possible for a guy to be platonic friends with a woman if he does not find her attractive in no way, shape, or form, or if they've already had sex and it didn't work out, but they still cool with each other.
Right.
Those are the only two times. Those are the only two times. Those are the only two times. Hold on, Sharon. You'll get to let your cake drape in a second.
Angry man, I know.
Those
Angry
are
man, say
the
that
only
one more
two
time.
times that I would say that dudes can be friends with women.
Can you say that one more time, Angry man?
The only two times that a dude is going to be able to be a platonic friend with a woman is one, if he does not find her sexually attractive at all, or two, they've already had sex and it didn't work out as far as a relationship, and now they just cool with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you lost the curiosity. Yeah, most of men are like that. You lose curiosity, now you can actually have a relationship with the person in front of you because you don't want to fuck her.
Because the only way men, and you can disagree with this all you want, Sharon, but the only way men can have a actual friendship is you have to take sex out of the equation.
That thought she's extremely unattractive, and that shit is removed from the beginning. You don't have to do nothing. You just have to listen to it.
Let's get into it right. First off, it's a lot of stuff that.
Well, as we see, that didn't make any sense. They don't even know what the manosphere stands for. They don't know the meaning of the manosphere. Angry Man is a veteran. I believe he should be one of the heads of running the manosphere. But you got all these dudes want to be a part of some, catch one talking point and think that's what the manosphere stands for, and we end up with problems and end up with men who can't handle a conversation with a woman like Priscilla. Now we finna get into JP for president. J Prince to be exact. We gonna see what he got to say on the fact.
Priscilla was saying that I'm gonna go to her channel and have a debate with her, and I'm gonna try to bring it over here and have my own debate with her, and we're gonna see where it go from there. A lot of stuff she was saying that I totally disagree with. I think Priscilla is a female version of Derek Jackson, Steve Harvey, all of these type of people that turn out to be frauds, right? She got this thing about patriarchy.
Everybody who got a message about black women get married or do that type of stuff, these dudes with no women always got a problem with. Steve Harvey has not did nothing wrong. I don't know the other guy he mentioned. But we're going to let JP speak and get into this video.
And man inability to love and care. And what I wanted to explain to answer her question, especially when she say women don't has all the resources. I just think it's mighty funny to me that everything about her life, from her house, the car she drives, the road she drives on, systems that's put in place to protect women, to protect her. I see her with her children, which came from the seed of her ex-husband. When she spoke about
Now he explaining her accomplishments, her purchasing the house, her car, all the stuff that she accomplished as a woman. He want to say that man built it and made it, and this shit be having me blowed. All right, let's see what he talking about.
Spoke about her military that's ran by men, right? That had enough decency, that had enough love and care to protect her. The reason why she's still here today, because those men in the military built the system to protect her.
Okay, the military was built by America, and they say America was built by men. Okay, we understand that. But if you know anything about America, you know anything about the Pentagon, you know anything about the White House, anything of that sort, you would understand that it's a lot of women in power that keep it running like a well-oiled machine. He's not giving her credit for going to the military, learning how to defend herself. learning how to protect herself and her family and making it home. He's crediting men as protection when in the military y'all are a team protecting each other. I'm quite sure she saved some lives as well, which was probably male while she was in the military, but that's neither here or there. Let's go.
There has to be love and care. That's one. The system to provide her that beautiful house she living in, that beautiful car she driving in, that beautiful everything. Like, this whole society is built by men. So I'm happy that the gay man came up, right? Because I was going to ask her that if I was in B. Taylor back. I guess she didn't want to bring it up. It's okay. It ain't no big deal. I'm gonna get in contact with Priscilla myself, because I want to.
Now, why would B. Taylor bring him up in the interview with Priscilla? To deflect and derail? That wouldn't have been a good interview. He'd have got up there, derailed the conversation, wanted to argue. Too emotional. B. Taylor didn't want that. Let's continue.
I wanted to ask her a lot of questions anyway, and I want to get in deep dive with those conversations. I don't really think Priscilla want to have a conversation with me, because a lot of her talking points, it can be debunked by common sense. Like, for an example, Priscilla stated out of her mouth that the nuclear family between men, women, and children is artificial. And what I wanted to ask her, if the family between men, women, between a man and a woman who create children is artificial, how did God created it? That's the only way that you're going to produce families, by a man and woman. So if God or whoever created life felt as though that's an artificial way of creating life, and her proposal is to be women with women, women cannot produce life. What's artificial family is where two women get together and have to adopt a child.
I think what she's saying is the thought of a nuclear family just being a man and a woman was artificial. Because a family is a family, no matter if it's two parents, one parent, if it's the original parents, or it's a stepfather or a step parent. It don't matter. A family is a family. As long as you have family, you can be a nuclear family as long as you carry yourself and handling your business like you're supposed to. Let's go.
That was created by heterosexuals, either heterosexuals family, that the baby's already there, or she would have to go to a sperm bank that was donated by men. And just when she had her baby on the screen, men built the system for you to even have your own daughter there, because that is the seed of the father. If it wasn't for men,
it's the seed of the father. So I guess it's not her child. So it had to be a system made for the woman that carried the child to have some type of power of the child, or to be a parent and not get her child took by the father. This is wild.
Build and establish a system to protect you. Your ex-husband could come and take your seed away from you, and you want to be able to do shit. You wouldn't be able to do a goddamn go thing. Another thing I want to attack her point, because she keeps saying men is violent. Ladies, don't be around men. They are violent. I think the problem is women is actually more violent than men, right? Women is way more violent than men. Let's make that clear. The thing is, they don't have the strength.
Now women is more violent than men. This is wild. it's kind of ironic that men lead in crime over women, violent crime over women. But carry on.
To dominate men. That's their issue. That's the biggest issue. They don't have the strength and manpower to be able to dominate the man. And when she brought up manipulation, no, women need to manipulate. The only reason why men manipulate women, right? The only reason why men have to manipulate women out of sex or whatever is because men establish a system of resource of protection to protect the woman. Because
now that totally confused me. That totally confused me. I don't know what point he tried to make, but we finna see.
Without that patriarchal system who established laws and consequences, men got this the strength power to take his resources from women, whatever he desired from that woman, and it's not much.
So now he's saying, without the system, men will be able to take whatever they desire from women with no consequences. Wow, where this going?
So that's why I was kind of happy when a gay man came up there who not looking for her pussy and looking to make babies with her. At that point, women is useless to gay men. So she clearly don't have that many resources. That's another point. Another point is this. She took all this stuff that happened to women. She don't never bring up what happened to boys via through women.
At this point, it sounds like these men want to switch roles with women. Everything that women complained about or got past, these dudes are complaining about. Like, they want to switch roles with the women or something. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Let's see where it's going.
She never brings up the shit that boys has experienced via through women. Now she painted a picture of how patriarchy is just this bad thing, right? Patriarchy is bad. But in a black community, for the past 60 to 70 years, lived under matriarchy. Right? It lived under matriarchy, meaning that women led the black community for the past 60 to 70 years. So patriarchy is...
First off, before we go too far, why did women have to hold down the community all them years? It's because of bum-ass fathers. Period. No matter how you cut it, don't blame the women. Blame your bum-ass daddy for leaving you.
It's synonymous with men, right? In masculinity in men. How come in these black communities it's been led by women? In these black communities that's been led by women for the past 60 to 70 years, violence increase.
Because the women had to take control because men wasn't doing their job. By men not doing their job, it caused men to have to do illegal things to provide and get money for their family. And everybody know illegal things turns into jail time, murder, and just plain out boom sometimes. So the woman is basically carrying what the men left behind. Let's go.
Because Priscilla making a point that men is more violent. You wrong. That's absolutely wrong. That is absolutely incorrect. We can even go to animal kingdom. The women goes out there do more of the hunting. It's just the male part is more dangerous.
Okay, now he want to use the animals for example, which is a good example, and he don't even recognize that he's answering his own questions. Okay, women, the animals, the women go hunt. You talking about lions or whatever that is. They go hunt. They go hunt for food and provision, right? That's their version of black men want a woman to cook and clean and hold down the houses and go grocery shopping. You get it? She go out to prepare the food. She go out, hunt the food, kill the food, bring it back for them to eat. She don't have a kitchen or a stove. She can't go cook. It's an animal. So that's their way of doing what women is supposed to do, making sure they men eat, they kids eat, everybody fed and taken care of, and it's okay. But the man runs the show.
I think that's what you want to say. It's more dangerous when men get active. Right? It's way more fights between in all female prisons than all male prisons. Let's make that clear. It's way more violence with woman on woman in a relationship opposed to men and women relationship.
Check this out. Everybody using the stats of the alphabet community women are having more domestic violence than regular men, which is, I don't believe is a fact. I believe what they're trying to say is that community domestic violence has risen high. But we all know there's no way that women are more violent than men in an overall aspect. When have you ever heard of a riot where hundreds of people died and was stabbed up on the women's side of jail? Come on, JP, let's speak facts now.
Yeah, let's make that very clear. Sexual misconduct. I'm just gonna say sexual misconduct. Women is doing it far way more than men. The same acts, right? If a man go and touch a woman, if I'm going to a woman and grab her breasts, that's sexual misconduct. I could be charged for that. If I'm going to a woman and say something inappropriate, I could get in trouble for that.
So not that he know that groping women is wrong when they don't want to be groped, but yet he want to blame the law for the reason that men don't do that, which means if the laws wasn't in place, we would have to worry about guys like this running around groping women because he feels that women get away with it. Let's go.
If I walk around and take a bath with my daughters, let's just say they babies, I could be charged for that. If I walk around the house naked around my babies, somebody gonna come get my kids, and they're gonna look at me like a sexual misconduct. They're gonna consider that to be sexual misconduct.
They're not going to consider it to be sexual misconduct. It's sexual misconduct. The law wasn't made. The law was made because it was a problem, JP. People was going around raping women at rapid rates, groping women at rapid rates, just like you speaking on. If them laws wasn't in place, women wouldn't be safe. But that's a trip how times has changed. When I grew up, women and children was always protected in all situations. That's how we continue our generations. That's how we continue on with black people even being on this planet. We have to protect the women and children. If the world was to have a natural disaster today, to where a majority, you have to protect women and children to keep the world going. What man would want to go in front of a woman or a child? See, women and children are protected because they are weaker than men. They are not violent as men. Men are strong. Men are leaders. Men is supposed to protect their family. They are not supposed to be equal to women at all. Come on, man.
Right? If I come and grope a woman's vagina, that is sexual misconduct. Fellas, how many women does everything I just listed at way far more rate than men? The reason why it's more women doing it because it don't get looked at or don't get took.
Because JP, what man is complaining about a woman touching them? A woman walk up to you and touch you in a situation. Ain't no woman just walking up just grabbing any man. But in certain environments, wherever you at, it might be a party, whatever. If a woman walk up and grab you, which man is complaining that is not a part of the alphabet community? Come on, man. We got to keep it real.
It's serious as if a man did it. Women take baths with their boys. And I just found out a lot of boys, mamas.
See, and that's what's strange. This dude got 3 daughters, and I give him credit because he taking care of his daughters on his own, and he do a damn good job to me. He have a roof over their head, he have a business, and he's also running a YouTube channel, which is another business, and I don't know what else he do. But as a father, I give it to him. He is handling his business. But these points, as a man, you have daughters. You're not supposed to walk around naked. Not saying that he's doing that, but trying to condone it, saying that the law is the reason it's not happening, is kind of sus, Jay.
You still forced him to lick her vagina, all kind of sexual misconduct behavior.
Confused on what is her main.
See now, what he came with that's that movie stuff, man. It was just getting too, I had to cut Jay off. It was getting a little too wild for me. But I don't like how these dudes take these movies and make them like their reality. He just recited a scene from Precious. It was getting to with the mama, had Precious doing to her and all that. That don't have nothing to do with reality, man. Let's just stick to the points. Now, I'm finna dig into Sarnetta and see what the Queen Maker had to say about him and his crew, and see how did that turn out. Now, let's see what Sarnetta and his crew think about the Queen Maker.
Heard her say, watching and listening to her yesterday, I was just confused on what is her main premise. I heard her say something of the nature that women should stay away from men. Is that what I'm hearing? So she's saying that men and women should stop having relationships, that hetero relationships should come to an end. What is her point? I'm trying to figure out what is her point and what does it have to do with the black man, woman, and child and our success and our future? What does it have to do with that? That's my question.
Here go another one of those nuclear families, man, woman, or child. I believe these dudes who woman left them and took the kids with them, and these dudes is real bitter because that's all they talk about. Let's see what's going on.
You are welcome to hit the link at the top in the chat, and you can come in and answer that, sister.
I want to know
promise you, it will always be respectful over here for you.
How is what she's pushing gonna further the black man, woman, and child? I just want to know, how is it gonna further the black family as a race of people by what she's saying? Because I heard her say that women should stay away from men because we're no good. And then the other last question I have for that young lady, Priscilla, is has she never experienced love from a man at all? Not her father, not her uncle, not her grandpa. She's never felt love from a black man in no shape, form, or fashion. And is she telling us that we don't love our children, or we just can't love women, or we don't love our babies either? We're incapable of loving our children. This shit is retarded. And I think that's why people are getting frustrated, Saab, not because we're afraid of what she's saying or we feel like she's talking to us. We feel like what she's saying is asinine and absolutely stupid and retarded. Why are we listening to this crap?
Soneto, can you look at your text message, please? Excuse me, brother. I didn't mean to cut you.
But that's all I want to say. I don't think that people are afraid of her or what she's saying. I think people are annoyed of her, and we feel like what she's saying is absolutely stupid and has nothing to do with the black man, woman, and child. And I'm out with that. So my piece is done. I just want somebody to tell me, what is her premise? What is her goal with this?
All right, brother. How did you feel about Kevin Samuels and his message, brother?
To be honest, I applied a lot of the stuff that Kevin Samuels was saying. I applied it to men as well. What he was saying to women could kind of, and honestly, could go for both. I mean, we all heard him talk super bad to that dude. He was kind of big or whatever, fat dude that came on.
See, that's what I don't like, and that's what's weird. These dudes look up to Kevin Samuels, and all he did was beat down the black woman. He was kind of like, man, he wasn't kind of, he was tearing down the black woman. Let's just keep it real. And these dudes look up to that, but they feel like the queen maker is doing something wrong. I don't understand. Let's check it out.
Show, and he talked
not to the dude, brother. I don't care about him talking to the dude. I'm saying, how do you feel about him and his views towards women, brother?
Well, what I feel about Kevin and his views towards women, honestly, I felt like he was trying to get the black man and woman to realize that they need to lower their expectations. Sometimes our expectations are out the roof that we have for the.
How about telling women that they're not going to make it because they had this type of weight or, certain things like that? He was going in.
Or not, excuse me, King, not just weight, telling women because they have children with black men, children of prior relationships that.
See, this is what I be talking about. These dudes be coming with these talking points and really be clueless, man. Look, he don't even know what to say. Let's see what's going on.
They're just not, nobody will want them of value.
Yeah, because
and I love Kevin, rest in power, but that was a horrible message, and I've always said that.
Yes, okay, to some degrees, yes, that definitely is a horrible message. But was he saying that the black woman is incapable of loving the black man and her black sons and her black daughters? No. So to say that black men are incapable of loving other black people, whether it's our mom.
See, it always go back to the kids and women. This dude is missing an ex-wife and a child or something. I don't understand what's going on, but somebody hurt this dude.
Because I love my mom or our fathers. I love my father or my daughter. I love my daughter.
Right here,
so
right?
You just sound like an idiot.
Is that the queen maker? No, that ain't her.
Yeah,
it look like her, right?
That's her.
Yeah, that's her.
That's me.
To me, it just sounds it just sounds crazy. I'm just
all right, brother, hold on.
She a beast. She see they beefing with her, so she come on with her hoodie and hat on. Priscilla can get dolled up, look cool, whatever. We know she ain't ugly. And she ain't even ugly here, but I like how she came with her hoodie on, her hat on. Like, what's up with you cats, man? Let's go.
Now here she goes. She can answer you.
Keep the same energy.
Yeah, peace, Princella. This is the Queen Maker. She joined us.
Peace.
Hello. All right. So before I get started, I wanna say this. I'm not going back and forth with no emotionalism. See, you can feel how you want to feel, and I'm gonna tell you straight up that I do not care. You can be mad. You can be in your feelings. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Secondly, I don't even talk about quote unquote black men. Y'all think y'all so significant that I'm gonna make a whole channel and write a whole book about you? Sweetheart, my message is global.
Now look, all they do is sit up. They make channels and talk about women all day. But look what Man, I ain't make no channel for you cats, man. I'm on here speaking to the women, to my crowd. Get off my bumper, G.
The last guest that I had on my show was a primatologist, right? See, I speak to scholars, right? My next guest is a psychotherapist. I'm not going back and forth with no kids. See, y'all can make panels and talk about me all you want to, but let me tell you something. I got a following that's growing large. And so one thing people gonna do is you gonna respect me. And if you don't, I don't got to talk to you, because one thing is, y'all know what men are doing to women, and it's women's experiences with y'all that is making them leave you. See, you can't convince somebody who actually is having great experiences to see that they're having bad experiences. It's something that y'all doing to these women, and y'all mad because I got the wisdom to turn the light on in these women and make them stand up for themselves. Now, if that shit hurt y'all because you don't get to abuse women and use them, get your dick sucked and all this shit, and get your ego stroked, let me tell you something. I don't give two motherfucks, right? So you can make all of this shit that you want to, but let me tell you something. On my channel, which is clear that y'all don't watch, because I got people up here talking shit that they don't know nothing about, you ain't watch my channel. Every single thing that I say, I back up with scientific research. I have professionals that validate. Yeah, don't talk to me, because I'll drop off this motherfucker, because I'm telling you, I'm not out here playing no games. See, I'm not young Pharaoh. I'm not out here intellectually masturbating, because I don't have to debate nobody. Because let me tell you something, what you gonna be debating in your house is a bitch leaving you if you don't get your act together. That's what you're gonna be debating. So y'all might wanna actually learn and ask me what it is.
See, what she doing is giving these dudes game. This dude up here in the hood and the dude that had all the smoke before she got up there. Look at him looking for Jesus for help. Come on, man. Get y'all shit together.
That I know, as opposed to running your mouth and talking about something that you ain't even looked into. Because guess what? I post peer-reviewed research papers and I dissect those research papers on my show. So y'all saying what is pseudo, baby, you're not going to convince the people who spend hours watching my stuff. You're not, because they see what I do and they see the truth. And so all this gaslighting that y'all doing, hey, you going to come to me with some scholarly stuff, or y'all going to be in your feelings, and I'm not going to engage you, because y'all are a waste of my time. Because at this point, all these killings that are happening, all these rapes and molestations that are happening at the hands of men, that shit finna stop. It's not. I'm sick of the bullshit that y'all try to defend. Y'all don't want to take no responsibility for your fucked up behavior, and then you think that a bitch supposed to keep stroking your ego. They do everything that you say they supposed to do, and you still fuck over them. I am about the woman. I'm not about y'all's ego, and I don't give a fuck what y'all think. I'm just letting you know that straight up.
Oh man!
Can I speak to that though, Saul? You gonna play this little game? How we doing this?
No, I'll let Nepal speak. I'll let Nepal speak, because Nepal the one that's going to debate it.
Yeah, and you know what? I can't, for what she just said right here, I have to say I'm 100%. See, I stand with her on what she just said. I'm talking about the debate about finding the science after I read her book, and the men can't love. Everything she just said, I stand with her on that. So it's really hard for, yeah.
See, that's how you get it. See what she did? They had all the smoke for her in the world before she came. When she got here and started letting them know they have no idea of what they is talking about. Now, I agree. You agree, but you want to go back to this nuclear family stuff. Come on, man.
The debate, but she's right. It is real life. I will not come behind her and say, oh no, she's wrong. And she's absolutely right in the statements she just made right now about men. But I'm going to be, we already decided, respectfully talking about her her philosophy and her teachings and her book on the science and the research that she did on Men Can't Love. And I'm going to come from there. So that's all I have to say. I've already...
Mammy, how come a man can't love? Come on, man. That ain't what she's saying. She's saying basically that men is not showing these women love out here, so these women looking for another out.
Told her I respect her as far as her fire for men. I don't feel that way about men as far as I'm done with you guys. I'm done with you, men. I love men. I have male. She knows I said this. I have a male son. I've had good experiences with my father, my brothers. However, let's talk about what she just said about how nobody on the panel who's male said, you know what, you're right about what we've done to women. Let's talk about that. Nobody came in and said, we did do something wrong. You know, we're not imagining,
That's because she haven't been speaking with men. She been speaking with men, child. Dudes who ain't got their stuff together, dudes who ain't been in a relationship, dudes who ain't had no kids or no wife, who don't understand her message.
imagining how she got to this place. Even Dulcinea, who agrees with my philosophy more than the sister, than Princella's, we can't deny that women are downtrodden and, as Reggie said, I think marginalized and abused, and even in every single environment that is supposed to be a scholarly environment. I know I come into the environment and I'm like, oh, I don't want to debate women. I don't want to debate. So I'm not going against her on that.
Let me tell you.
Hey, hold on, Priscilla. Yeah. Please, no profanity.
Okay, no problem.
Yes,
men love women so much that the research has showed that underage pregnancies are happening at the hands of males who are over 25, right? They love so much that they are abusing children and getting them pregnant. Back in the ages where...
See, she going a little deep right now. Everybody quiet, sitting back. Look at these dudes' faces while she speak.
These guys claim that women kicked them out the house for welfare. I broke down 1973 CBS report and 1968. Let me tell you, those males was knocking up 12-year-old girls. The youngest was 12. And they just couldn't stop. I don't want to hear nothing coming out the mouth of a male, because you let the male talk, he ain't did nothing wrong. I'm sick of this shit. I'm telling you. I don't want to hear nothing y'all talking about. I'm serious.
She coming with statistics,
what I'm saying here, I am serious about my movement. I am not stroking male egos. I care about these kids that y'all harming. I don't care about we are the leaders. Show me what you leading besides what's in your pants.
See, and that's the problem. These dudes don't want to take no accountability, none. And she here to set the record straight with all facts. Brought y'all Fatty earlier explaining how the manosphere message is not to deal with women at all. No way, shape, or form. Now we finna see what he think about Priscilla messaging.
Alright, stop it. Give me a second.
L despises anything feminine. He rejects the feminine, which means that he cannot be a leader, because leadership qualities are feminine characteristics. They're feminine traits that make a person attractive. So when you embody those, you attract attention. And when you attract attention, you gain the ear of people, and you have an opportunity at that point.
Now, she say that men need a feminine trait to deal with women. I wouldn't use that wording. What she's saying, what I feel she's saying is that men need to be capable to deal with all different types of emotions to be able to deal with a woman. I might be right, I might be wrong, but let's go.
To inspire people to move in your direction if you've set the example. You cannot set an example if you have not led yourself first. So we're asking males to do something that requires them to override their biological nature, right? And the male ain't gonna do it because he's so concerned about his sexual needs. The male gets into a position of power and then he becomes extremely unethical. He uses his power to solicit women for sex. This is where you get quid pro quo. Yeah. And then you have them abusing their power because they're on ego trips. So the male who does not understand ethics and who cannot control his sex urges does not need to be in any position of power, because most of these dudes who get in those, they haven't even worked on themselves to even get to that level of power, right? They haven't. So, when we talk about leadership, these people have to be doing this in their own life, and they're not. So we can't, when it comes to leadership, reading it out of a book is not just a book. The only reason that I even reference any of these books is to show that the male don't even have no direction or concept of where to even start with leadership. Nothing in his behavioral pattern says leader at all.
Okay, so
basically she says men shouldn't be in positions of power if they can control their sexual urges and all that, right? I think everybody agrees with that. What I don't agree is the feminine is the leadership and the masculine is whatever, right? I don't understand why she gets to that conclusion, to be honest. I would agree if a man gets power and can even actually take care of himself or be leader of himself, he should be leading other people.
She said nothing wrong, because damn near every man that get power, that has never had power in his life, never controlled nothing, even himself, once they get power, get a little money, they feel like they own a woman. They could do what they want to do with a woman. A woman is supposed to follow them. A woman is supposed to listen to them. They just feel like they privileged. It's like a privilege. I don't know, but we finna see.
Totally fair. I just don't understand how is that actually a man thing and is not actually a person thing. I actually don't get it.
again, like I said, I can't disagree with the reference material in regards to being a leader, or when you're citing the character traits that make an effective leader. I disagree with the point that men don't have the ability, or it's naturally a feminine trait. I think that the crucible of life, right, just going through and understanding through different situations and tumultuous things, you gain skills just by persevering through different things. And in the act of doing, like you said, quoting what you said, don't not to quote you wrong, right? You were saying that the male is the energy of doing, right?
Masculine energy.
Masculine energy is the energy of doing. I would surmise that in doing so through perseverance is how you gain that ability to lead, male or female.
Masculine energy is doing. That's why the man always work, provide. He do everything physical and manly to provide and take care of his family. Let's go.
Right. And in men, more so, the tasks are different, right? Because we all have different roles that we play in life. The roles that the men play typically tend to be more hands-on, or the road is more tumultuous, right? And in doing so, you can garner more skill set due to doing, correct? So
well, no. You can garner skill sets by doing, but you could be doing something mechanical and just be doing it monotonous and not learn anything. You plateau. And just because you still do something doesn't mean that you're thinking, right? To learn nothing and grow. So before you disagree with it being you're conflating.
And that's a fact. Dudes do get stagnant in a lot of situations.
Feminine with female. I said leadership, all of the characteristics and qualities are feminine character traits.
Adele, do you agree with? I'm proud of being a real man, a masculine man that cares of his kids and now that's feminine.
Priscilla talked about this in her book 41 Shades of Men. At the end of the day, and Anton is in that book, some men need to understand emotional intelligence, and the fact that they don't. Fatty, you talk about this. when those
See, exactly. That's why I rock with Daryl alone, because I just tried to explain that. And Daryl on it, man. He pay attention to everything, man. Sam God in the building.
two men in Detroit went to that woman's house because another woman told them something, and then they end up getting shot by that man, both of them and dying, right? It was their fault, right? It was their fault.
It was two brothers. It was two brothers. Well, one more, Daryl. So you're saying that majority of women in household break-ins will protect versus the man protecting. You're saying most women will protect.
I never said versus. I'm saying they will protect also.
No, so you're saying most women will.
Here go Ali with the deflection, but we gonna get into Ali video next with the Queen Maker.
Involved. With no tool, with no guns, especially if they don't have a gun. A lot of households don't have guns in their household. So if they don't have a gun in their household, you think most women will protect as well?
Yes, because women have to do it anyway. 71% of all these households don't have a man in them. Who you think protecting those people?
Nobody gonna be protecting anybody. That's the problem. That's why a lot of boys will have issues because there's nobody there to protect.
Jesus Christ. Ali, why are you doing in Detroit, a bitch will shoot you.
Because
we want to take guns off the table, but in real life, guns are everywhere in America. Fatty knows everywhere. So
it's two separate conversations. Most people aren't going to try to be violent towards men, and so we can.
Ali, your internet connection is not
violent towards other men.
Fatty, do y'all got guns in Portugal? Is guns a big deal out there?
No, like less than 3% of the population has firearms.
Oh, so y'all the opposite of America.
It's not the question of the opposite. I believe that in Brazil, the United States, Canada, Portugal, France, Guinea, when there's danger, man will protect and woman will run. Let me give you an example, right? When the Germans invaded France on the Second World War, like 2 million Frenchmen died. You know what that woman did? They fucked the winners.
Now look where he go. Look what he used as an example. A war. You supposed to protect men, women, and children. If an invasion happens, you get all the women and kids to safety, and the man supposed to do his job, which is protect, fight, and get out there and make sure everything is all right.
Right? I don't understand. And again, I don't want to harp on this. I don't want to harp on this because I think you're being disingenuous right now, and that's fine. But again, we know that if Priscilla says that men are violent by nature, and men since the beginning of the time are using said violence to protect their communities, protect their tribes, protect whatever they have around, because violence is not good or bad. Violence depends if you're attacking somebody or if you're defending yourself. Violence is something that you need to go through your life. I actually don't understand how she came across of violence or protection or being a feminine traits. I don't understand how she got there, but it is what it is.
I got one more question. Daryl, who you think has more sex, women or men?
Men.
Now, what did that question have to do with any of this? Ali always come in with some bullshit.
Daryl, you being serious?
I mean, yeah, because if you look at like my circle is full of dudes who I lost my virginity at 14. I've been getting pussy for almost 20 years. You feel me? I and all my dudes, they've been getting pussy. My brother, he taller than me, right, Fatty? He always has been. My brother's 6'6", bro. He my younger brother. That nigga got a girl pregnant when he was in 8th grade. Right? He been fucking for a long time. We all have, so like I get confused about the sex conversation. All my homies been fucking. I can't name one of my niggas that's not fucking. Or don't got a baby.
Can you name one of your girlfriends that is not fucking?
Only one. Only one.
That's what I don't like. Every time somebody say something about a man, one of these dudes go, do you know a woman? Come on, man. You niggas need to man up.
So, if you had to guess, since you guys that you have men that are fucking and women that are fucking, would you guess that women have so many actually opportunities to fuck? They have so many advances. They don't have to do nothing for that. So it's way easier for them to be fucking than a man.
I put like this, Fatty. Like my homies, like my cousin Dre. He be on my channel sometimes. He just got in jail in Kentucky for selling heroin, right? He had 3 baby mamas like me. He got in jail. Guess what? He got a whole new daughter by a whole new woman. So at the end of the day, like, a lot of niggas get pussy, but his baby mama, the one that he was with before he went up, she was holding him down. You feel me? She was taking care of their kid, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm saying, like, the dudes I be around, the niggas be fucking multiple different bitches, cheating, everything, bro.
I can swear on your panel, you say multiple times niggas don't get pussy.
Incels don't get pussy.
Most men don't get pussy, Daryl.
Most men. Well, I'll tell Daryl, I'm gonna give you a stat so you can hold and research when you have time. Only 40% of men have reproduced throughout history. 80% of women have reproduced. Just research that when you have time, my brother.
Now he come with these stats about reproducing. Reproducing was not the question. Deflection again. Ali, we finna get into your story. Let's go. Y'all, now we finna get into the Ali story and see what he got to say to the Queen Maker. Let's go.
All right. And so they came here to see what we have to say, what points of view, and let us respect the audience in their time by not running around in circles. Okay. All right. No ad hominem attacks. We're not going ad hominem or no shit like that. Okay. Let's try to make this sensible. All right. So let me go ahead and bring the brother in. Okay. That's my right. That's my right. Okay. Let's see. All right. Can you hear me, Con?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you too. Now let me turn my little music down here. My little meditation music. Hold on. I gotta close this screen. All right. Intro. I like that little sound though. It sounds real good. How you doing today, brother? How you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing?
All right.
I skipped my crab legs for you today.
Okay. I like crab legs too. That's my thing.
I skipped my crab legs. My barber was late. He was behind, so you saw what I was doing. You was hitting me up with the mic check, and I had to pass my crab legs up.
Okay.
I think it's worth it.
Okay. Well, I sure appreciate you being here. So, ladies and gentlemen,
this nigga come in like he Prince Charming or something, trying to stroke her trying to make her feel comfortable. Think she a little too sharp for that. Let's see.
I want to welcome Con, aka the Great Value 90s Genuine. Say hello. Hit a
90s. Look, hit him quick. Broke that up quick. Let him know. Use the 90s version. That charming shit is not finna work.
No for us, brother. Hit a no for us.
The only time I drink a 40 is when I want to drink a 40.
I wanted to warn everybody. For those of you who don't know, I already know he cute. And I think he know he cute. That's why every time he want to talk, he want to be all up in the camera. See, girl, look at my eyes. Look. See, my beard connect. You see that? Look, okay. Okay. That ain't gonna help you. I just want to let you know that though.
I ain't come for it to help.
Okay. Okay, now listen, we got 73 people, we got 73 eyes out here. We need to have at least 73 thumbs up on this thing. So go ahead and hit that. Okay. So you sent me, first of all, please introduce yourself and tell the audience who you are and what you do.
My name's Ilkan Ali. I'm currently in real estate. I'm a real estate investor. I buy and sell houses, depending on the exit strategy. And prior to this, I worked in mental health for 15 years with children, adolescents, adults, and adults with autism, severe autism as well too. So that's what currently. And my main mission, as I've shared with you, is to bring us together, by any means necessary, is to bring us together.
Okay.
That's my main cause.
That's great. That's great. So, what has happened in these social media streets lately is I done put some stuff out there that has triggered people to have some opinions about some things that I say, and sometimes, it causes them to come and try to challenge me or, have a discussion with me. I never know which way it's going to go, but I'm prepared for it to go either way. Khan, he actually, they say let me see. Maybe
I have mercy. That's how I be like this. Maybe
okay.
I'll record a video like this.
Okay. All right. So, hold on. Yeah, I just don't like that you got to do that. But, it ain't nothing that I can do over here because I got all of the controls up. Yeah, all of the controls are up. So we'll try to make it through it. I hope they saying it's better. So, okay. All right. So I got a few points that you sent that you want to talk about. So, like I told the audience, what I want to do is I want to be able to make this structured. So I know originally you wanted just like a open conversation, but to make sure that the show flows without going, into God off a long amounts of time, let's just go from point to point. So I wanted you to send me 3 things that you wanted to discuss, and then we'll try to get through each one of them. What I don't want is deflection, though. If we get to a point where let's try to get through it without, so we can get to everything, because the last show we couldn't get through nothing. So I don't want that to be the case this one. Okay.
I understand.
Okay. So let me.
I respect your platform. I'm not coming here to disrespect you at all. I'm here to have a discussion. I'm not here to berate you or try to disrespect you, degrade you any kind of way. It's just a discussion.
Okay.
So I'm coming in peace.
Okay. All right. So the first thing he says he wanted to talk about is how to recognize love from a man. Number 2, family versus broken family. And then number 3, gender roles. Okay. So we'll start with how to recognize love from a man. Okay. Go ahead and kick that off.
Well, already a lot of things I believe you discussed in your videos, and I see your plight into getting our women to re-isolate themselves from the man. But the main foundation of things you discuss is women isolating themselves, not just to be away from men, but to master themselves, master their, the femininity, mastering the ability to love and cater and be able to be a positive light in a man's life. I mean, in the discussions we'll discuss further on about family, but the main detailed things about seeing a man who has a plan, seeing a man who establishes wanting to spend time with you, seeing a man who will show you to his parents, will introduce you to his parents, will introduce you to his friends, will claim you, and will have a plan for you. He will write it out for you when you discuss it. A man who's really coming there to love you, coming there to build with you, he'll come with a plan. If he doesn't come with a plan, his pursuit is obviously what we discussed before. It's probably typically sex, given the nature and the disorder of what's going on in the world. So if he doesn't even come with a plan, if he doesn't even ensure or mandate that you love yourself and you conduct yourself in a certain manner, he's not there with good intent.
Okay. So first, I don't know, I'm getting some, did y'all hear that? I'm hearing some like static. It's really
static?
Yeah, I do hear. I don't know. Can you sit back? Put the mic down and sit back a little bit. Let me see if it's your end.
You want to mute myself?
Yeah.
See if that's me?
Yeah. It is you. Okay. All right. It is you. everything is amped up for y'all. I mean, everything is amped up for me. So if the static wasn't distracted to you, it's probably lower to you, but it's really loud in my ear. Okay, so you said one thing that I definitely want to hit on. I don't teach women to prepare themselves for a man. That is not what we do. Okay. Now men, everything that they do is predicated on trying to get a woman or get near a woman. That is not how women operate, though. And patriarchy flipped it to make women operate like that. But when you're trying to be the best version of yourself, it is for yourself and not for anyone else. So when I'm developing women for self-actualization, I'm developing them to be in tune with who they naturally are as an individual.
See, and what's wrong with that? Empowering women to be the best versions of themselves got the manosphere in the uproar. Let's go.
Individual. And if a man approaches her and she ain't what he want, she is not to change who she is to cater to him. If he don't want her the way she is and who she is in her total being, then he's not the one for her. That makes sense?
It makes sense if she's a woman of high regard and a woman a principled woman who has a certain expectation, and he didn't meet that. And so when we have relationships, do you feel like the man should have expectation of what a woman should be as well too?
Well, he can have whatever expectation he wants, but what he can't do is go and get a woman who is on her thing and tell her that she has to change to be what he wants, because he might like how she look and he might like how she smell or whatever the case may be, but he don't really like who she is. So I want to make you fit because I like your body and I like all this other stuff, but I want to change some things about you to make you fit what I want. I don't teach women to do that. Either you like her for who she is or you don't.
Mm-hmm. So you don't believe there's a certain expectation, a standard that should come from both men and women when they come to the table? A man shouldn't come as a provider, as a person who's already established, a principled man who's about family and who wants to add her to his life and build with her. Should he arrive that way? And should the woman arrive in a certain capacity as well too?
Well, go ahead. Let me say this. Men pursue women, right? Women are not coming to you, okay? So you can't say that she's coming to the table with what you want her to, like you're trying to get her to come into your world. Take her out of her world to put her into yours. So
see, and that's the part that I don't get. These dudes expect women to drop everything they got going on to deal with them. Women ain't gonna do that unless she don't have nothing going on.
She abandons her identity. She abandons the things she likes to cater to you. I don't teach women to do that, right? Either you're gonna come to her because you like who she is and y'all create a place together that allows for you both to exist without her having to abandon her identity. But no, sir, I do not believe that you have an expectation and your expectation trumps her. But the second thing, provide what? Provide what?
An established man provide not only a legacy, provides inheritance, provides an environment for her to flourish and be an environment for her to be a wife and a mother and an environment for kids to flourish as well too. Provide an environment where if she doesn't want that, it's upon her choice. But a man is supposed to come into your life to relieve the stress out of your life, to get all the tedious things out of your life. And then the only expectation a real man, from my experience and things from our different perspectives, is a man supposed to be taking on a lot of the responsibility, and a woman's expectation should be just to pick up the slack and be the nurturer and be the love and the foundation of a household that sustains it.
Okay, so let's do it one by one because you said a couple things and I kind of got lost within you. So give me a bullet point.
So protect is one.
No. I was looking for provide. What are the things that you provide?
Security.
Bullet point. Okay, security of what?
Finances, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Someone who guards the things you built up in your life to sustain.
Okay, so with the nature of men that we know, okay, masculinity does not actually protect. That is not a trait of masculine energy. Actually, masculine energy conquers. Feminine energy protects. You know, that's why they call it mama bear. Okay, so the protection comes from...
See how sharp she is? She can use these dudes' words against them. That's why they fear her. They only come... Protection. Finances. Come on, man. Women doing all that they sell.
The feminine side. So we'll get to that part in a minute. But security, okay, you say financial security, okay? Women have their own resources. So she's secure in herself, in her own space. So she don't need you for resources, right? So you're saying that you're providing that under with what attached to it? With what attached to it?
What do you mean by what?
Right,
So,
okay. You say you want a woman or a man approaching a woman, right? And it's all his vision. It ain't got nothing to do with her, because everything you said is about what you want when you approach her. It ain't necessarily about what she wants, because you want a family. You want a baby. This woman might not want no kids. She might not want it. Maybe she already on her thing. She got everything that she wants in life, and she just wants to be happy and just have companionship with somebody. But you want to put your desires onto her, say that you're going to provide a house or a security or whatever, so you can have a family. Where is she included in that? So if you're providing financially, what is attached? What motive, what expectations do you have attached for her to come into your world? Because I don't teach women to enter a man's world.
I understand it. So for your followers and for what you're teaching, what are you teaching the women to expect from it? How should a man come address, or what should he present to a woman for her to say, I can add him to my world?
I don't teach them to tell men what they expect, because I'm very good at...
Why should a woman have to tell a man what she expect out of him? This is where they lose me. These dudes be clueless, man.
Manipulation and understanding dark psychology and stuff. So I understand that the more information that you give a person, the more he can pretend to be some shit that he ain't. So I teach them to get to a point where they have nothing to talk about with a man that will release vulnerabilities. You are either going to walk to her real and who you are without no information on what you think she wants. So when she gets up to a point where she don't need anything, because she's mentally free, emotionally free, spiritually free, physically free, financially free, and sexually free. These are the 6 areas that I help women free themselves in. She will need nothing from you. Nothing. Listen to me, because I don't teach hate. Hate, light and dark cannot exist in the same space, sir. Just because I choose not to deal with you doesn't mean that I hate you, right? It just means that I love myself, and it's going to be on my terms. I'm not going to self-sacrifice to please a guy to make him feel important. It's not going to happen.
Have I done anything to you?
Huh?
I done anything to you?
No, you haven't. So I don't even understand where this hate thing comes from.
No, I didn't. When I say hate, is exaggeration and playing around. There's a difference, though. There's a dislike.
See, when you get caught up in the corner, see how they bow down? I didn't mean hate. It was a joke. I'm doing too much type shit. No, you meant what you said, but Priscilla is so sharp that she break you dudes down in a heartbeat. Let's go.
For men. There's a dislike.
No, there's not, because again, because the majority of my friends have been male.
Nothing that you talked about.
Sir, I don't even know you. I can't say anything about you personally except for what has been displayed on this show.
Right. But so let me ask you this. Do you truly believe that most men is just trash, or do you believe most men are the way they were raised and what happened in
Sir, I believe that most men cannot handle their own nature, okay? So this idea, listen, I don't have to put up with you because you ain't got it together, and I don't have to give you any sympathy, right? So I don't care how quote unquote our men are broken. I don't give a fuck. If you broken, you're gonna be broken by yourself, because I ain't got no sympathy for you, and I'm not about.
And that's a fact, man. Men should not be looking for sympathy, especially from no woman. You don't look for sympathy for nobody. But for you to go to your woman with your problems every day, talking about what you can and can't do and what you going to do you think she's really going to take you serious? Come on, man.
To stop what I'm doing to pay you any goddamn attention.
Who do you have sympathy and care for?
Sir, I have sympathy and care for other women who want to get out of toxic situations, right? And I have sympathy for children. But grown-ass men who claim that they fucking leaders, right? And, I'm a strong black man. Yes, be strong, sir.
How about little boys? All the women on this live.
Children, sir. Children. I said children.
Boys. No, but what are we going to teach boys?
Sir,
all the women on this line.
Boys need to be taught how to control themselves and how to build themselves. First of all, they don't need to be focusing on no fucking females. That's the one thing that they need to be taught. Need to be taught how. No. You asked me a question, sir. You asked me what would I teach a boy. You don't get to tell me what my thoughts, what I need to teach a son needs to go in line with what you think I'm supposed to teach him. What I'm telling you, what you will teach a boy is, one, how to tap into his goddamn emotion and feminine side, so that way that he can become a whole person, okay? And he needs to be able to control and dispel the energies that's going through his body appropriately, right? So I'm not teaching him that, oh, you know what, if you want to bake cookies, that you're gay. I'm not teaching him that, right? I'm not teaching him to shut down his creative side so that he becomes overly masculine. I'm also not teaching him to predicate his value based on what other men think about him, right? I will teach him to be in line with self-mastery. I will teach him the importance of sex transmutation, okay? And then since the average male don't know how to teach it, I'm gonna take him to a fucking wushu martial artist, okay? Somebody that know energy, take him to a kung fu teacher somewhere, right? To somebody who actually got some sense. So guess who I would take him to? More than likely, I would take him to a goddamn professional Asian martial artist to teach him how to actually control and flow the direction of energy, because y'all have no fucking clue, right? So I know what needs to be done, but
what does a man need in his life?
Sir, let me tell you something. Y'all need a bunch. No. Y'all need a bunch of shit, and that's the reason. No. You won't listen. You won't listen. Let me tell you something. Life ain't, sir. It's not. I'm gonna tell you something. Life ain't perfect, and I know men. Y'all do not want to hold. Y'all have this thing. Listen, sir. You need. Sir, I am not. No, I am not. You asking me what he need, and you want me to. The reason why you want to call it deflection, because you want me to say specifically what you want me to say. You don't get to say that. If I'm answering the question, no. Because if I tell you, you ask me what does he need. The fact of the matter is, y'all need a lot. Okay, that's a fact. And so here's the thing: what you looking for a specific thing, but I can give you a list of shit that y'all need. Okay, right.
What is his value? What is his importance?
Listen.
So you hold on. I'm asking you for a specific reason. You tell women not to care about what men think.
Sir, why should they? Why should they?
No. You finish. You tell women to not care about what men think, and you don't worry about men, okay? I'm asking your son, if you raise your son up the way you say you are, and he's a developed man, if you're telling women not to care about him, where is he from?
Sir.
What is important about him?
Sir, there you go, right there. I am so glad you said that, because that's what I was waiting to hear. No. That's what I was waiting to hear. Right. What is his value? There you go, right? Because y'all don't have no value in yourself unless it's focusing on sir, because you just you just asked what would be his value. Sir, you just asked what would be his value if women, sir, I just said, sir, you want,